The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John's Gospel, chapter 1, verse number 5. I want to share with you for just a few moments as we celebrate today the birth of Christ. I want to talk about Christ. That's it. Just Christ. I remember when I was a child growing up in San Diego, California, and I played for if I could use that term, played for or was in a bowling league. And the bowling alley had an arcade. Tucked away in the arcade was one of my favorite games called a pinball machine. We would stand in line just to put our money in the pinball machine so that we could pull that lever and watch that pinball go up and just bounce off of all of the various bumpers. It would come down and we would knock it back up, and it would continue to just bump off of the various bumpers, and it would ring, and the lights would come on, and the numbers would increase based on the number of bumps you received. Christmas can be a challenging season for a lot of people. I mean, it really can. When you watch television and you see families gathered around Christmas trees and kids opening up gifts, and how about that commercial where the little girl goes out into the snow and puts something together, and the next morning there's a Lexus parked out in the driveway. But some of us during this year, it becomes a challenging season, a season of darkness. What do you mean by darkness? Financial frustrations, family crisis, issues on your job. I mean, political chaos. Aren't you tired of every time you turn on the news? It's just craziness all over the place. I mean, it's chaotic. Things are confusing, and we're just trying to make sense out of the darkness of this world. Darkness is all around us, everywhere we look. I came by to share some good news with you, that although we are in a world filled with darkness, here we are on this Christmas Eve, moving into Christmas Day, closing out the Advent season. The Advent season, we talked about the hope of Christ. We talked about the peace of Christ. We talked about the joy of Christ. And we talked about the love of Christ. But guess what? Today, there's a candle that sits in the center, and it is the Christ candle. Man, what does that Christ candle represent? That Christ candle represents the light of Jesus Christ. I mean, the light of Jesus Christ. It is an awakening of Christ in us that reminds us that no matter how dark the world is around us, the light of Christ is there to illuminate the darkness around us and to remind us that materialism is not the end. It is the love of Christ. Can I just, if I can I close with this? That pinball machine. I remember it like it was yesterday. The ball is going up and it's hitting the various bumpers, and you hear ding, ding here and ding, ding there and all these different noises. And one of the things I neglected to tell you is at every bumper that's hit, a light is illuminated. Bumper over here, lights flash. Bumper over there, lights flash. And numbers start to flash on the back of that pinball machine. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say for every bumper in your life, every dark moment in your life, Christ is coming in and illuminating that darkness in your life. And all you need to do is celebrate, even if you're not where you want to be. I need you to celebrate anyway, because for every bump, for every bruise, for every knock upside our head, the love of Christ is illuminating in every moment. And you know what they say, that whenever Christ is bumping us and moving us and things are hitting us, that we are developing. And check this out, we are becoming more and more and more like Christ Jesus. And so on this Christmas, this day, I want you to remember that center candle, that Christ candle. Don't worry about not having enough gifts and presents and all of that materialism, because at the end of the day, that's not what's going to get us where we need to get to. We need that love of Christ in us, that Christ candle that reminds us once again that no matter what we're dealing with, that Christ is always with us. God bless you. May you have a Merry Christmas, and may God bless you with everything your hearts desire.